Alrighty, folks. Welcome back. So yeah, we're gonna finish Automotron, and I'm loading it here because well, first of all, gotta do the audio check. Loading it here. So yeah, get you there, and get you there. So, since I have the lockpicking skill, we're going to try going in through the back door and see if that even works. Because the back door that I'm at is technically the exit to the entire dungeon. It's usually where you come out of when you complete it. So, let's see what happens.
Got it.
I wonder what the inventor of the...
And of course, you can pretty much guarantee that I will be saving religiously. Oh no, this is actually not the same exit. Weird. So, interesting.
Hey there.
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
Well, I mean, you're with me, so I would hope you have idle chit-chat. That's kind of my thing.
Ada.
Robco Sales and Service seems the perfect innocuous place for a military installation.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her because I can't actually repair, despite the fact that I have 13 robot repair kits literally in my inventory right now.
Uh-huh.
So there are robot repair stations inside the Mechanist lair. I mean, why wouldn't there be, right? So, I will pull her up to one of those when we get in there.
The Mechanist has managed to create all these robots alone. It's quite an undertaking.
I don't know. Anything you want to talk about?
Ready to die for your country?
Why do you ask?
Weird, just a pipe auto pistol over here. Can't open that.
What are you thinking about?
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army!
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that, didn't I? As you might have guessed, we gained some levels working on the vault last time. However, you're not going to believe how many levels we gained. Because yes, we got another...
How's it going?
Do I look like I have time for idle
I hit another feedback
What's
loop.
with the attitude?
So, yeah,
I'm glad my intakes have a dust
I'm listening. Wow, that's pretty lucky.
well, we'll see it in a moment.
There we go.
To all staff from Mark Kirchfield, General Manager. As a reminder, all Robco Sales and Service Centers employees are adhered to the following standards of conduct. There will be no tampering with any shipments labeled RB 2851. I believe all employees are aware of what our typical shipments look like, and any so-called accidental openings of these shipments will be tolerated and result in immediate termination, followed by extensive questioning by our friends downstairs. Employees are expected to wear official name tags. Name tags should be highly visible and attached to the top right corner of your uniform. Please wear your proper name tag. No swapping. Customer friends, family are no longer allowed in the back service area. Service request. Status open. T. Sanchez. Miss Blanchett claimed her terminal just suddenly stopped working. She's getting the default error messages that it started crashing over time, and that won't even try. So much for suddenly. From the looks of it, I'm guessing there's about a whole cat's worth of hair in that terminal, probably overheating. Resolution, work order in progress. Bowen Sullivan. Kay O'Connell. Miss Sullivan claims that her E601 was connected to her office network, but never sent out any of her intramail. She also said there was a complete failing in the notification system we set up for her when purchased. Not sure what the issue is. Just her IT department checked the computer and wasn't sure why it isn't working. Brought it back here, threatened to sue. I guess it really screwed up some important meeting for her. Evaluation. P. Benson. Looks like Carmike sabotaged his computer before he quit. I don't know if it was personal or his last hurrah. I think I can see what he did here, but I don't want to make any promises. I recommend replacing this terminal with a new one, so it's guaranteed to be uncompromised. Calvin Crenshaw. K. O'Connor. Crenshaw is back with his ancient terminal. It's at least 7 years old at this point, crashing when he tries to play Red Menace. S. E. Lee. Calvin's going to have to cave and buy a new terminal. This old NX-12 is only good for writing up documents or playing text-based games at this point. He'd need more memory, which this terminal can't even support. Basically, all new insides or a brand new terminal. Take your pick.
Hell yeah.
And that's why we came back here, to just immediately going to the door. It's always fun reading the lore. So nothing here. Trying to see if we can tell any difference between the terminals.
Hey,
Honestly,
USA!
they all have the same model to me. 9,000. Yeah, there should definitely be some changes to it. What I might do, if I can find a 3D modeler, is make different models. Because even though we'll only see them here, or maybe I'll just disperse them throughout the world. But it'd be kind of neat if we could have different models of terminals. Ah, the future of gaming has arrived. Impress your friends with the new Robco RX 9000. This terminal features an upgraded processor and cutting-edge graphics, unlike any other terminal offered. Please see sales summary for a compatible game demo holotape.
hey,
Ready to die for your country?
I suppose so.
E601. Streamlined terminal for the business-minded individual. You'll be sure to climb the corporate ladder by staying organized on the ball with our state-of-the-art calendar, contact manager, and messaging system. Enables us some of the customization deals. Daily itinerary, calendar, contacts. So yeah, I mean, nothing terribly interesting in that. It's just a sample terminal. The most reliable client terminal ever defined was connected to the Robco brand made from your 33 app above over one. Stop! Multiple errors detected. Segmentation fault. Boot sector invalid corrupt. Memory fault. Critical failure. Critical failure! Please contact a Robco certified technician for assistance. Alright, so enough putzing about, right? We know what we're doing. We're gonna go downstairs. We've already disabled everything that needs to be disabled. Quick save.
Here.
You'll make your way down eventually. Alright, so while she's making her way down, yes, yeah! 11. Almost 12, levels. So, ooh, we did say that we needed, what, Chemist, 2 levels? And that would require 3 perks, so, let's just do that. Robotics expert is the only thing I don't have I think is relevant. Well, I think some things require nerd rage. Let's look at other stuff that we can just max out at this point. Yeah, screw it. Not sniper, not concentrated fire, penetrator. That's very useful. Concentrated fire.
Anything you want to talk about?
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army!
You know what to do, Ada.
If that's what you think. Ada,
We are late! Where are me?
if you say so.
Hey, how may I be of service?
Why do you have 12 missiles on you? Ada.
Hey there.
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
go check that out.
I'll take care of it.
There we go. Come on, we gotta turn the lights on just to see this madness happen.
Incoming robot detected. Opening security doors.
Don't worry, I'll be careful.
No biosigns detected. Proceed.
So we've got that lovely place.
Sweet. Hey there.
Made in the USA!
Uh-huh.
Now, the thing is, I could just go in and disable each one by one. But let's be honest, my companions will probably screw me over.
Hell yeah. Hey,
Die for your country!
absolutely.
Probably gonna regret this. Guys, don't push me. I think it's just a safe point. I don't think I can really do anything in here. Aside from duck away and not get shot at. Screw it. So I believe we need to go through here anyway to get one of the holotapes. So it'll be rather important shortly. Well, not shortly. Towards the end. Epsilon 6 security alert has been declared. All systems have been locked down. Secure your station and await further instructions. All personnel must pass through decontamination when entering or exiting the facility. All personnel must display a rank 22 at minimum security badge with updated photo ID. Fail will result in immediate security lockdown until the person may be questioned and confined. Guests must present a signed letter of approval from General Rawlings, an employee point of contact. All guests must display a guest badge with limited access. Guests must be accompanied at all times. Guests found unattended will be held for questioning, and the point of contact will be responsible for their actions. Alright, this is the security information. So, at Class 5 is if the faculty administrator has a probable cause of breach security by a foreign intelligence operator, including but not limited to Chinese agents or sympathizers, The administrators will activate a Class 5 counter-espionage procedure. In the event of a Class 5 alert, the facility will enter a minimal security lockdown. All staff are to report to their stations and wait further instructions for security personnel. Anyone failing to report in a timely manner or found absent thereafter shall be considered suspect and may be shot on sight. Here to escort members of each department to the research labs on level 3 for processing. The chief scientist shall prepare a Mesmatron-equipped robo-brain to aid in the interrogation project. Due to the experimental nature of this technology, some casualties are expected due to spontaneous cranial eruption on the order of 10 to 15%. And they're doing this to their scientists. Should any agent be discovered, the administrator is authorized to subdue them by any means necessary and turn them over to the research staff for experimentation. After completing the interrogation process, the administrator may terminate this alert at his discretion. So, level 9. In the event of a coordinated escape attempt and or hostile action by the test subjects, a Class 1 or Class 2 supervisor is authorized to declare a Class 9. A Class 9 security alert will initiate a maximum security lockdown of the research wing and minimal security lockdown elsewhere. Within the research wing, all security and defensive systems will activate, all local and remote terminal functions will be disabled, and all security doors in the cell blocks will be sealed. The facility administrator is advised to treat this alert as a field test opportunity and to deploy all available experimental robots to secure research wing. Casualties among the test subjects are to be expected. A complete purge is authorized at the administrator's discretion. Security teams will perform a methodical sweep of the research wing before issuing an all clear and terminating this alert. The administrator will submit an RM-13 incident report as well as requests for replacement test subjects to the military's robotic oversight committee. And this one we're on. In the event of a fault in the Code Conditioning Protocol, CCP-21, resulting in a mass uprising of the robot janitorial staff, see Definitions Appendix 3, any Class 2 supervisor is authorized to declare an Epsilon 6 security alert. So basically, robot uprising. If an alert is all security and defensive systems will activate, remote terminal functions will be disabled, and the control center will enter the automated lockdown center. Facility staff are advised to arm themselves and shelter in place. An external review will be conducted by the Military Robotics Oversight Committee, MROC. Within 10 business days to determine the appropriate course of action. This alert may be terminated, 1, by remote authorization from the MROC, or 2, by the facility administrator from the master control terminal in the control center. As a failsafe, if the control center has been compromised, a limited manual override can be initiated from the elevator access terminal in Security Room 3. Voice pint identification of 3 registered Class 2 supervisor level employees is required to activate the override. In the event of a confirmed nuclear detonation, the facility administrator, or in his absence, the highest level supervisor on duty, hereafter acting administrator, shall do a temporary lockdown and order staff to shelter in place. A loss of contact, LOC, with the military chain of command is to be expected. After a period of no less than 12 hours from the LOC event, the acting administrator shall attempt to reestablish contact. See Emergency Communication Protocol Appendix 9. Any instructions transmitted pursuant to those provisions are to be followed and supersede this protocol. In the event that the communication cannot be reestablished in 24 hours from the LOC, the acting administrator shall initiate the orderly shutdown of the facility. Test subjects are to be secured in their cells, backup staff remaining on site to delete any sensitive files and records, close down their stations, and arm themselves and collect their personal belongings. If communications have not been reestablished in 30 hours, the acting administrator will activate a lockdown mode Omega, provide a 10-minute window for staff to evacuate the facility. The evacuation should be resumed to be permanent. Once initiated, the lockdown can only be terminated by authorization from the Military Robotics Oversight Committee.
Excellent.
And what is that elevator override they're talking about? So, this is a fun little thing. Not that one.
Sweet.
All are activated. Now they're activated. Now, the fun part. Where are you? Turret override program. Override targeting parameters. Let's look at the turret controls. Allied. And security door controls.
Error. Electrical fault in sensor array. Sensors Offline.
So, the door we're talking about here.
I'm in.
As you can see here, we provide the requested authorization. We need 3 audio logs, which we will find as we work our way through here. But we do not have access to them right now.
I find it strange that these soldiers traveled all this way just to start a war.
That's terrible.
Oh, the scourge of the Commonwealth has used my own technology against me. You may have gained access to my sanctum, but you'll need better skills than that to defeat me.
Junk bots, robots, torsos are weak spot.
Up yours. Out of my way.
Some other poor bastard die for his country.
So we are on the lookout for various audio logs.
Nice.
And the funny thing is, while finding them won't be the hardest part, the last log of the 3 logs that we're going to need is going to take us pretty damn close to basically the boss room. So, what's the point? Well, you can avoid the boss fight entirely, basically. And so, yeah.
Open this. Ada.
My past encounters with the Brotherhood of Steel were never good. Let's not provoke them.
I can't make any promises.
did you come from?
You son of a bitch!
They got it down. My pleasure. Yeah. How about something a little more challenging this time? Damn.
I'll cover you, man.
That's the face blaster. Where is it? I see ya.
Sorry. Good riddance.
I see ya.
Down.
Looks like they're actually resistant to ballistic, so I should switch over to my energy weapon. I see ya. There's a junk bot.
Up yours. Huzzah! Glad that's over.
What do we do with this?
Yes.
Now we'll see what we can do with any turrets that might be still connected to this. Protectron override, don't I? We don't use it that often, but we do have it.
Final confrontation awaits. I only hope we both live to see it.
I guess we'll see.
Yep, they are actually on my side.
Like I give a shit. Your thoughts?
Another glorious day in the U.S. Army!
Are you kidding me?
Can I actually do something to these Protectrons? Can we beef them up? Nope. Though, amusingly, I could create another one. First of the audio log should be around here. Yep.
Lead engineer, Thomas Harkin. So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest RoboBrain milestone.
Bingo.
Dr. Asante has... The senior engineers also informed me that their latest assembly line adjustments
Hey
have been
there.
completed early.
On late!
After dome implantation, the brain on the above subject started exhibiting physical changes. The subject's dura turned some kind of molted brown color. It started to break down after only 12 hours in solution. Turns out the biogel was tainted with sulfuric acid runoff from the dome polishing compound, and the reaction was occurring when they met. Unfortunately, this subject is a total loss. We'll just have to write it off as bad luck and switch to polishing compounds immediately. Beginning to have issues maintaining cohesion between the neural interface and the spinal column nerve endings. Nerves reject the connections faster than we can rebind them. I know we were hoping to keep the spinal column intact for the RoBrains, but it's obviously not going to happen. I just revert back to the original plan, the good old brain in a jar prototype. It will reduce the amount of life support subsystems significantly, as well as cut production time by almost a third. I'll submit my findings to the BRAC in Washington tomorrow. We got the first batch of RoBrains back from the testing, and they're a mess. Cracked domes, drone treads, overloaded fusion pile, fried circuits. The list goes on and on. This particular issue is troubling, though. According to field users, some of the RoboBrains are misinterpreting commands. The onboard brain seems to almost overthink these instructions and decides to rewrite them for efficiency purposes. Most of the time, this results in property damage or even a few civilian casualties. I've gone over every square inch of the faulty units, and I can't find a single thing wrong with them. I'm going to have to send this issue over to research and see what they can shake out. Or at least our department is clear on this one. One of the RoBrains rolled off the line with a faulty voice module. When it spoke, it's speaking in reverse. This troubled me, so I had them shut down the line for almost 8 hours while I checked the software for issues, and then gave the audio output assembly a thorough diagnostic. I didn't find issues, so I gave it the all clear to resume assembly and marked it down as a glitch. I have no idea what caused such a ridiculous issue. If you ask me, I think one of the guys upstairs thought it would be funny. Yeah, speaking in reverse. That's not creepy. Especially in a world where we can canonically have Cthulhu. Just saying. Anyway. Let's do that again.
Lead engineer, Thomas Harkin.
If you say so.
So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest assembly line adjustments have been completed early. I can only hope that means due diligence was still paid. and we're not going to be looking at a total system breakdown again. Other than that, I'm still worried about the test subjects. Right now, we've got more than enough to meet our demand. But it's not like these things grow on trees.
Sweet. Hey,
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
what's with the attitude?
Somebody needed a charisma booster. After working in this ghoulish job, I probably would too. Right.
Ada,
Although my friends were adept with technology, power armor was never something they utilized.
I'm sorry to hear that. Your thoughts?
Made in the USA!
Yeah, that's a good amount of stuff. Just trying to sprint up to the top to get the top. Not really worth the time and effort.
Anything you want to talk about?
Ready to die for your country?
Why do you ask? Let's do it.
So yes, you can actually get back here, and there is some stuff to find, though not a lot. Oh, that's one of my junk bots. I know this is gonna be fun, but it should be doable.
They're going down. Not again. Let's get this over with. You're dead. I'm sorry. I guess I just lost control.
Let's go for the right arm.
my god! Are you alright? That's it.
Good thing I'm near invulnerable at this point, right?
It's done. You got my
I see ya.
attention. Yes. Away. No robot is superior to me.
I see ya.
Whatever. Out of my way. Yes. Thank you, robot. Shit. Is that all? Want some more? You're not killing anyone. Sorry. Got it. We're going down. Let's get this over with.
Really is nice that I'm nearly invincible at this point.
Right.
Hey, look! Our old friend has shown up finally.
You got my attention.
Oh, that's one of my bots. Awesome.
Take that. Sorry. Out of my way.
Yeah, let's cripple the legs.
Got it. They're going down. Got it.
Yeah, I probably could have knelt and sneaked and probably done a lot better. But I didn't. Sentinel? Oh, he's been knocked out. He's taken too much damage and we're still kind of sort of in combat. The Sentinel can't actually die. I took the perk a long time ago so that my companions cannot be damaged by me. So it wasn't me that took him out.
I think we're done for now.
Sneak attack damage.
Sweet.
Is there a way to bypass that lock?
Yep. Hell yeah. What are you thinking about?
Let's hope the mechanist hasn't mounted too large a force.
Don't worry about it.
find those audio logs. Interesting.
Here.
This is the back area. Because down there... Yeah, down there is the big old mechanist boss
got a
room.
sec?
I find myself intrigued by these doors. For a robot, it's like poetry in motion.
Okay. Over here.
Weird for the Sentinel not be back on his feet already.
Got it.
The Commonwealth is right to fear people. You people who have no respect for human life, who only wish death or pain for those around them. That is why I, the Mechanist, have made it my solemn vow to protect the innocent, to put an end to people like you.
I've been spoiling for a fight.
Let's go check out the other route. I feel like we've overlooked something. That's a dead end. Apparently it's just a dead end. I mean, that means we were going the right way, but... I'm not seeing any audio logs. Yeah, he's still alive, you can see. He's still moving. Switch over to a rifle. Give me a bit better range. 27X.
Let's get started.
Just another
Day for me.
Rats are not something I care about. Oh, I could probably fix Ada. Alright, log 77. I've been down here almost 4 months now, and I'm already getting bored. I thought it would be exciting to sign up and work for a robotics fan, but when I finally got my department assignment, I almost quit. Power substation A? Are you kidding me? 4 years of electrical engineering school, and they had me babysit a bunch of generators. I could strip a Mr. Handy or Protectron down to its base parts in under 2 hours, and they stuck me here. What a goddamn waste of time. After talking to Sharply during my smoke break, I thought of a way to turn my isolation into an advantage. I've got a buddy in the civilian services who works for a vending machine company, and he reckons I can make a few bucks if I stick one of his cigarette machines down here, and it will save everyone a trip all the way to service if they're out of smokes, and give me an excuse to say hi to any ladies happen to wander in to purchase them. Tell you, Shapley's a goddamn genius. Might even have to comp him a few free packs for his help. I took all the trouble to sneak that machine in the substation just to Banks over in B start complaining about the smoke. First I thought he was just jealous that all the ladies have been hanging around my cigarette machine during their smoke breaks. Then he showed all of his cards when he told me he's going to lodge a formal complaint with Delano if I don't make him happy. He doesn't care about the smoke. He doesn't just want to cut the cigarette sales. I have to pay him off to keep the brass off my back. Finally got official approval to keep the cigarette machine in my substation. I'm pretty sure the free cartons that found their way onto the general's desk may have had something to do with it. Now, Banks can't do a damn thing about it, and he isn't getting a single penny. Looks like the electrical engineers just come out on the top for once. Actually, this doesn't have a holotape in it. There's a generator, and of course, next to a generator, I mean, I wasn't trying to do that, but good old Nuka. Head back up here. And that's all you need. He's now fully repaired. 100%.
Hey there.
The Brotherhood collects technology. Jackson always made it a point to avoid them when possible.
Really?
Substation A is supposed to have a cigarette machine. Where is it?
Ada.
My past encounters with the Brotherhood of Steel were never good. Let's not provoke them.
I'm not making any promises.
Oh, right here.
Bring it on. I think we're done for now.
Okay then.
Yes. Veer off to the scrap heap. Suits me fine.
Power armor station. Come on, robots. Where you hiding? Nope, wrong button. I see him.
Let's do this.
I see ya. And there's another XP loop that just hit us. Get me unstuck. probably find our second holotape up here. Quick save. Facility directors.
Tony Delano facilities. Air filtration's on the fritz again. It's like a constant haze in here. I swear to God, if these people don't quit smoking, I'm gonna sue for health benefits. Yeah, like anyone here would allow that to happen. Anyway, I got McDaniel up there taking a look. But if that fan needs replacing again, I'm having Fabby fired. I don't care if he is some hotshots kid. He can't do this job. And I'm the one that's got to answer to Rawlings.
Hopefully the reward will be worth all that effort.
I guess we'll have to see.
Unit tasks. So, PT-37, repairs. PT-42, loading dock. PT-75, currently awaiting orders. Assignment disposal. So that is completed. Repair orders. PT-875, experiencing voice distortion. Check speakers or hardware. Mr. Gutsy. No optic readings from center eye stalk. Needs replacement. Assignment J. McDaniels. P-466, Protectron. Eval needed. Left leg, lost in assembly accident. Replace or decommission. T. Delano. So, these are the approvals. Approved of copper wire, steel sheets, air filters, terminals, the 601s, and pending approval. Autoclave bags, sharp spins, and isoprenyl alcohol.
But I will not falter. My robots will see to it that no further harm will come to the Commonwealth. I believe that good will always overcome evil. Justice will prevail today.
I'm glad that's over with.
Oh boy. I remember this scene. Alright. Activate the button. It's really weird the Sentinel hasn't caught up to us. certainly be a bummer if the Sentinel died, but, I mean, if he died, I should be able to loot the corpse. He's just unconscious.
Nice. Here.
Maglock doors, right? Research wing.
Here. Bingo.
Personal log entry. Message, GC Broderick, U.S. Army, MPU Division. They're offloading other set of subjects to us today. I don't know what these men and women did to deserve being sent here, but since they were transferred from civilian penitentiaries, I can only assert they're the worst society has to offer. I don't think these people have any idea what's about to happen to them. One thing's for sure, these prisoners would have been better off serving their time elsewhere. I'm starting to hear rumors around the block that I don't like. Esteban's told me that he overheard two of the eggheads saying that the prisoners are having the brains cut out of their heads, or something like that. I know that the brass is running experiments on these inmates, and that they were pretty intense, but I didn't know they were literally cutting them open. I'm not sure how I feel about that. After all, I joined the military because I wanted to serve my country, protect my fellow Americans. I guess I'll keep it to myself for now. The rumors floating around the block are getting worse. One of the informants said that the prisoners are talking about rioting. The things that they're saying are true. The inmates are getting dissected parts used for robots. I almost can't say that I blame them. Esteban said we should go right to Gamma 9 status, but I don't want to push the panic button unless I absolutely have to. So I'm going to take this all the way to the top and meet with General Rawlings. Criminals or not, these experiments are wrong, and they need to be stopped before it's too late. And we have Raymond Esteban. Broderick got reassigned out of the facility today. I think they have him scrubbing toilets at some backwater listening post in Anchorage now. They put me in charge of the cell block, and I initiated Gamma 9 status. After 2 days, the threat of rioting has been everything is back normal. The brass gave me the go-ahead to start sending people to the medical section, and everything is proceeding as planned. If we have any hope of beating the enemy at their own game, we need to get these robots online. Who cares what happens to a few lousy inmates? I told Broderick he needed to fall in line, but he wouldn't listen. Of all people, I would have expected him to understand that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Before we go in there...
Brotherhood collects technology. Jackson always made it a point to avoid them when possible.
Come on.
Nice.
Kinetics, fusion cells, military ammo bags.
Yes.
Missiles. Submachine gun. Not the worst thing in the world, to be honest.
Your thoughts?
Multiple
The robot
baseball
workbench has
bats.
enormous potential. Not even Jackson managed to discover all the possible permutations.
Whatever you say.
So I'm kind of surprised that there's not actually a missile launcher in here. Because typically when they're going to give you missiles, they give you something to fire it with as well.
Anything you want to talk about?
Although my friends were adept with technology, power armor was never something they utilized.
That's disappointing. What are you thinking about?
I find it strange that these soldiers traveled all this way just to start a war.
It's probably gonna be dangerous. I expect things will get ugly. Yes.
Find anything useful?
I'm not telling you. Hey, got a sec?
So apparently the ones that didn't get turned into robo-brains wound up getting turned into feral ghouls. Weird, you wouldn't think radiation would get down here, would you?
Those are not the most formidable messengers.
That's good to know. I like it.
Let's hope the mechanist hasn't mounted too large a force.
Don't worry about it.
The final confrontation awaits.
I eat danger for breakfast. Tastes like chicken. How's it going?
Of course it broke.
Technology. I recommend exercising caution.
Don't worry. I'll be careful. Sweet.
You're still radioactive. Which means you're probably just sleeping, aren't you?
That's it. We'll all
Good
be
night,
better
sweet
off without
prince.
you around.
What were you trying to do with acid?
I'm listening.
Robco sales and seems the perfect amount.
Let's do this. Out of my way. We're with.
XP loop? Like another XP loop. Always fun.
Hey,
Past encounters with the Brotherhood of Steel were never good. Let's not provoke them.
easy now. Nothing we can't handle. Got it.
Someone tried to smash down the walls with
You
buff out.
think the mechanist has managed to create all these robots alone? It's quite an undertaking.
I have no idea. Got it. Whatever. Up yours. Like I give a shit.
And the last one on this floor.
Yes.
The elevator coming.
Hey, got a sec?
The robot workbench has enormous potential. Not even Jackson managed to discover all the possible permutations.
Really?
Do a quick save. All right. A22, B3, A34, male. Convicted of serial killing in the DC area, not to be visited alone. Security personnel required for all interviews. Evaluation: A22 shows high brain functions, but weak constitution. We've been giving him a high-protein diet and started sessions of electrotherapy to treat his muscles. Shouldn't be long until his brain survival rate for the procedure is no longer at risk. A53, cell B4, 48, female. History: convicted for arson. Burned down a courthouse, leaving 3 dead. Only approach when sedated. Failing medical history of dementia. Brain health is likely to decline or skew data. Recommended for termination. A57, B6, 22, female. Convicted for murder of a waitress. Prone to sudden outbursts of violence. Recommended subject to be restrained at all times or sedated. Highly emotional. Currently on a cocktail of antidepressants and anti-anxiety. Dr. Anselford is starting psychiatric sessions to further see if she's a good candidate. It's weird that they're like actually trying to treat these people, get them into a good mental state, only to pull their brains out. Oh yeah, we've cured your psychosis and your depression, and now we're gonna rip your brain down and shove it into a robot. A72, A4, 32, male. Convicted of second-degree murder while under the influence of alcohol. Subject applies high intelligence knowledge of tactics. Slight signs of PTSD. Dr. Asselford to evaluate for treatment. A72, 33, female. Ex-military, convicted of second-degree manslaughter, assault, resulting in hospitalization and later death of the victim. Subject high intent proved to be mentally sound. Approved for candidacy. Yeah,
Excellent.
So our PTSD-suffering military people seem to be the most qualified to have their brains ripped out and turned into frickin' says something, doesn't it? anybody in here at the moment. Well, I could just use cat eye, couldn't I? Once again, thanks to equipment failures, we're getting pretty backed up in this department. The brain extractors were never made to operate at this capacity. I think they've been running around the clock for the last few weeks. We usually end up with a popped blade from slicing through a particularly tough skull, the hydraulics and the pumping iron speeds up when the spinal cord is fully severed and the brain is pulled out too early. I hope that Kiriletto doesn't yell at us again. This really isn't our fault. We've all had a pretty good laugh around the extraction department today. Ansel tried mixing some fresh biogel with a little bit of grenadine and vodka and dared us all to drink it down. It turned out to be pretty good, kinda thick and sweet, just the right amount of kick. We came back with a little game to try and name a drink. A whole bunch of stupid ones came up with, of course, but we finally settled on the Extractor Sunrise. Too bad we can't share this with the other departments, but the biogel costs like $1,000 a pint, and I don't think Carolina would appreciate drinking down some of her budget. Aren't they just having fun? They're just a bunch of fun-loving scientists who are ripping the brains out of war veterans who are suffering from PTSD. Anyway, today was Hans Lottie's birthday, so we made him a brain-shaped cake. Well, sort of. We actually just took one of the extracted brains and covered it with frosting. Of course, we didn't tell Hansley that. The look on his face when he bit down on that slice we gave him was pretty hilarious. It's a waste of a decent subject drain, but the prank was totally worth it. We really had some good time down here. I sincerely hope they don't reassign anyone away from the department. We're working well together, and our efficiency rating can't get much higher. Warmock over the sanitation made an offhand comment that his job, having to grab what was left of our test subjects and dispose of them in the furnace, felt wrong. Then, not a day later, I was sharing lunch with some of the personnel from the assembly division, and they asked me if pulling the brains or test subjects ever bothered me. I told them it didn't. I'm not sure why some of the people on this project are having problems with what we're doing. Maybe they should look for some work somewhere else. Yeah, what can I really say?
I'm listening.
I guess that'll go to the highlight reel?
These soldiers traveled all this way just to start a war.
It's probably gonna be dangerous. I expect things will get ugly.
How are we doing this? This is... We just came out of cerebral reconditioning. Which is the brain extraction terminal. That feels mixed up. Because this is brain extraction.
Perfect.
That was what, chief scientist? I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so it's holotapes.
Anise Ciroletti, chief scientist. This is the third time I've had to request more security. As thorough as our assembly procedures may be, there's a human factor to be considered. These are criminal and unstable minds. It can't be a scientist's job to ensure each test subject is properly sedated. I was promised military assistance and security, but we need more. I won't allow my crew to be endangered. As fascinating as it may be to integrate the human mind with robotics, sometimes I wish I never signed on to this project.
And that's technically all we're gonna need, but we're here.
I think the mechanist has managed
We
to
might as
create
well
all these robots alone. It's quite an undertaking.
finish exploring
No idea.
these areas, right? Cerebral reconditioning, yeah, so those two are flipped. Subject A22, successful, no damage. Age and gender, 34 male. Sierra Letty, hello, can you understand me? What? Who? What? Who is this? Where are you? I can't see. Oh my god, what have you people done to me? Calm down, calm down. I can't feel my body. I can't feel anything. What's going on? Please, this is horrible. A22, if you don't calm down, I'll have to turn you off. Turn me off? You mean kill me? For the love of God, tell me what the hell you've done. Terminating A22, subject 2 unstable. Subject A57, possible frontal lobe damage. 22 female. You are a designated unit A57, understood? Yes, A57, ready to accept commands. Excellent, A57, initiate command, diagnostic Zeta, understood. Commands passed with no input. This is taking too long, please respond. Error, no command was provided in waiting unit identification. Damn it, I think this one's short-term memory. It's shot to hell. Dump it in the furnace and let's try another. A110, no damage. Age and gender, 30 and female. Alright, do you have any memory for your service at this facility? Negative, ma'am. Are you certain? Do you a deep scan of your memory banks? Then report that you are acting irregularly. Scanning now. Please stand by. Error. Unknown fragment detected. Error. What? What? This can't be real. My arms, my legs, they're gone. What's wrong with me? Switching off. Aha! There it is! That... Switching off. Aha! There it is. That was quadrant A98786756 in the temporal lobe. Can we get a tech in here to clear out that long term? Tell her to stop being so sloppy about it. Subject A124. No damage. Recording now. Recording now. Repeat that again. A124. I said if you don't put me back in my body, I'm going to kill you and everyone else in this place. Interesting. You do realize that you're simply a brain attached to a vocal interface, that you don't have the capability to perform these actions. I don't care. I'll find a way, and when I do, you'll be the first to die. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. The lack of your original body doesn't disturb you? No, it doesn't matter. Whatever it takes, I'll end all of you. Switching it off. Excellent. As soon as we flushed along short-term memory, this one will be ready. Recommend sending along with Rawling's tactical team as soon as it's fitted into a chassis. Yeah, I'm not sure if taking a brain that has declared that it will find a way to kill you, putting it into a robot, arming it with weapons, and then saying, this one's perfect, it's ready to kill on our command. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? RoboBrain R&D.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey.
Terminals.
Let's hope the mechanist hasn't mounted too large a force.
Don't worry about it. They're onto us. Kill them!
Not forgotten.
Time to put on a show.
May as well get him, man.
Obviously.
I see ya.
Attack! A robot like this is bound to have some good parts, if nothing else. Like I give a shit.
Fed to the forge, apparently. Batch 1. Batch 2. Batch 3. And batch 5.
Nice.
What am I doing? He'd open the door.
Sweet.
Yeah, because I can't do that manually, can I?
Excellent.
this access point take us? And if I'm not mistaken, I think the next room
Hey,
Although
is
my
the
friends
boss
were
room.
adept with technology, power armor was never something they utilized.
that's disappointing. Hey,
Robco Sales and Service seems the perfect innocuous place for a military installation.
yep. Hey,
What can I do for you?
check it out.
No problem.
Yep, that's the boss room. So now, here's the annoying thing. See how far we had to go to get that third holotape? So, to bypass the big boss room fight, we have to go all the way back to the beginning. And I do mean all the way back to the beginning. You think I'm speaking in hyperbole, but I'm not. For this little trick, we're literally going to be going all the way back to the beginning. Now, whether or not you consider this tactic in order to circumvent the boss rush worthwhile is up to you. But now that we have the third holotape, Jesus Christ, you guys scared me. So yeah. Here. So.
Lead engineer, Thomas Harkin. So far, we're tracking on schedule for the latest RoboBrain milestone.
Anise Ciroletti, Chief Scientist. This is the third time I've had to request more
There you
security.
go. Standby voice authorization. 1 of 3 voice prints
As thorough as our
confirmed.
assembly procedures may be,
They need to say their name, basically. You can see there, authorization 2. And then we just need the third one. We have the chief scientist. We have done... Yeah, so I think the last one is... Yep, faculty director.
Tony Delano facilities. Air filtration's on the fritz again. It's like a...
Please confirm the override. Confirm manual override. Be advised that as a precaution, return access from the control center until the security alert has ended. Elevator is open.
Going down.
Jammed.
Control center.
And you know, where does it take us out? Well, there, but also...
Impossible! I control all points of access to this room.
You underestimated me.
A regretful miscalculation. You bypassed the pinnacle of pre-war security systems. I can see you're no common criminal. Perhaps we can reason this out. Let us discuss this amicably.
And now you get the normal dialogue. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight up Silver Shroud options.
Unmask yourself, Mechanist, and stand ready for judgment.
You're right. I'm no match for the Silver Shroud.
There. Now we both know who we're dealing with.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight up Silver Shroud.
Again, you cast me as the villain? Ha! But it is you with your rampaging robots!
They have taken innocent lives. My friends, they were simple traitors, all dead at the hands of your robots.
No, that can't be right. The robots are programmed to protect. Their subroutines are clean. Observe, evaluate, and react accordingly. The testing was thorough. I ran every scenario, all passed.
How can you not know what they're doing? You must have some way of watching them.
My bots have never violated their protocol. Their data dumps only show the elimination of hostile encounters.
You messed up. I got the truth out of one of your robo-brains. They think they're saving people by killing them.
Saving by killing? No, it's the logic. It's there. I can see it now. I was hoping it was the robo-brains, an issue with their memory wipes. But they were right. Their primary directive was flawed.
So, the veil is lifted, and the truth revealed. Your technological hubris is to blame.
I wanted to help the Commonwealth. And robots are all I know. I found this place and figured I could finally do my part. I accept full responsibility. I can't take back what I've done, or even atone for it. But this doesn't have to end in violence.
Though your action initially appeared felonious, your intent was not. Seek redemption, Mechanist. You have much to atone for.
Done. Consider it done. And you won't regret this. I promise. None of the Commonwealth will. Here, take this. It's the password to the mainframe. You can use it to shut down the security protocols. I'd rather this place be in your hands now.
Don't even have friggin' legs. Those poor
Hi.
fools.
Mechanist.
Hey, just one more thing, if you have a minute.
Speak. I'm listening.
Great. Here goes. Isabel. That's my name. Isabel Cruz. I just wanted to say I'm really happy, thankful that you've let me stick around here. And in order to show you that I'm done with the past, I want you to have this as a sort of promise, I guess. It's the mechanist suit I made.
You really don't want it anymore.
No. It's part of a past I don't want to dwell on. It's time I move on. There's one more thing. A much bigger thing. There are still robots out there. Lots of them. My communications are down, and I can't call them back. But I can tell you where they are, if you're interested.
Seriously? How many robots are out there?
Quite a few. There's a lot of ground to cover on the Commonwealth, so there's kind of a whole bunch out there.
Sure.
Great. I'm not picking up a signal from any of my bots right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean we found them all.
Hello?
Are you ready to start tracking down some robots?
And there's Sparks.
Yes.
Still alive.
Yes,
We have to
I
kill
am.
Sparks. And this is pretty much going to be the end of the episode. There isn't much more to do here. There's a couple of things to show you. But for now, we're going to go over here. We're going to grab the various bits of hidden loot. There's the elevator. Our secret way of defeating the Mechanist. Yeah, without firing a shot. I suppose actually I probably could have, if I really didn't have good weapons, come back here. Remember, we came off the elevator. We could have come right into here if we want to. And is there anything of note over here?
Hey there.
Those robo-brains explain how one person could maintain this facility alone. An impressive modification.
Really?
Those are the wall-mounted spotlights. Today marks the dawning of a new age for the Commonwealth. No longer will the innocent settlers need to fear the cruel and savage nature of the raiders and the gunners. My robots will ensure the safety of the people by targeting and eliminating any threats. The day is near when we can truly focus on rebuilding the Commonwealth without the threat of surrounding dangers. The robots report a significant decrease in my robot allies. For the good of the Commonwealth, I'm increasing production. I won't allow my efforts to be destroyed by such criminal scum. Somewhere in the Commonwealth, a true villain has risen. The loss of my robots is no longer acceptable. I must now focus on defense improvements to my sanctum. I can't run the risk of this new scourge gaining control of my resources. First test runs on the robot allies inside a controlled environment went fairly well when it came to detecting and scanning other robots in the area and determining if they were hostile or not. Following tests will be a bit trickier. I'm not even sure how to manage a live test right now. The whole idea kind of freaks me out. I've never intentionally killed anyone, and these bots are sort of built to do that. Initial testing was brutal, but it's improving. The allies could detect and analyze the threat of a weapon pretty well, but once you have one in the hand of an innocent, they immediately designated them as hostile. I need some better detection methods. It's possible they'll miss some hostiles judging by appearance, but that's better safe than sorry. I think I've got it. Testing group was able to pick out the dummies they created based on clothing and hostile actions. I think I spent a good week on creating different scenarios. Now I just need a live testing spot. I really don't even want to think about it. I did it. Live testing. I have a recon bot. I had a recon bot go out and find a raider camp based on specs I uploaded. Luckily for me, all these groups tend to have a consistent look to them. The allies went in, eliminated a threat, and even know the data that 2 lives were saved in the process. While I'm really excited about the 2 lives saved, I'm not sure if I'll sleep tonight. Raiders may have murdered a lot of people in my old settlement, but for me, responsible for taking lives?
Nice.
I should probably build a robot for this settlement so that I can go make them a provisioner, you know. But there's actually more to look at. So that's not the only secret room that we could have tactically looked immediately at the second we were...
Ada.
Yeah.
The robot workbench has enormous potential. Not even Jackson managed to discover all the possible permutations.
Whatever you say.
Where is it?
Hell yeah.
Let that play out.
Hey,
The final...
Testing. Let's hope this entry sticks. I finally got one of the terminals up and running. Now I have to hope I have some luck with the rest of this facility. This place is incredible. An entire wing devoted to road brain research and development. I've never seen any robots quite like these, except in a few of the comics I've read. And the brains, they're still preserved after all this time. I can't wait to start delving into the schematic to assemble one myself. Potential for the road brains seem limitless. I've managed to update a few of them to handle some of the menial tasks around here. Maybe this facility fully functional for my own purposes faster than I thought. I have a new mission, the safety of the Commonwealth. I think I can program the road brains here to safely police the surrounding areas, possibly up to a 15-mile radius. I was lying in bed, staring at the posters I found, and it occurred to me I could really make a difference here. I started constructing the mechanism suit and the drawings I found. The mechanism suit turned out even better than I'd hoped. Sparks gave me a very proving beep. I even added a voice augmentation to it. It's strange how it makes me feel confident when I put it on, like being a different person.
Confrontation awaits. I only hope we both live to see it.
I guess we'll have to see.
Where is the whatchamagigger? This is the door. And there's some fun stuff behind that door. There it is. Alright, today marked the first official meeting of the Mayans when the new facility. General Rawling met with the representatives from General Atomics, Adam Karam, and Gregory Adler. I finally believe having the U.S. military working side by side with these brilliant scientists will yield some amazing results. Getting the government to work with private industry is going to be a challenge. The project will either prove to be ingenious or completely wasted effort, but I think we're already seeing promise. Their personal need to one-up each other may be their best motivation yet. Test subjects arrive. I've been watching the staff closely for any signs of compromise. Psych eval aside, many become risk factors when dealing with their own kind of subjects. Military personnel didn't even flinch, but several concerning verbal arguments have broken out. It seems we're dealing with a lot of trickle down when it comes to department heads. Critical nature of each other. Karam and Adler aren't even on site, but the way their people act, you'd think they were right there with them. The following are being put on watch. General Atomics, Carson, Samuels, Miro Howler. Rowley brought in Dr. Kara Azante today. Chief Scientist Carolina is very excited to be working with her, but our cyber robotics technician seems to be a bit put off. I think Miss Samuel may know his job's at risk. He's been more compliant lately. Maybe the realization of what it would take to safely leave the project has sunk in. I've just informed an extremely irate Gregory Adler's on the phone. I'm guessing Rawlings didn't bother to tell him or Krim about his new addition to the team.
Your thoughts?
Let's hope the Mechanist hasn't mounted too large a force.
Don't worry about it.
Missile launcher. And, yeah. Like I said, it's a fun little back room.
Nice.
I feel like
Anything you
I
want
have
to talk about?
missed a
The
schematic.
robot workbench has enormous potential. Not even Jackson managed to discover all the possible permutations.
If you say so.
Alright, so what does it say here? Ah. Speak to Ada. That's how you complete this quest.
Heads up.
I'd be happy to help. Your return is a relief. I trust the outcome.
The Commonwealth is safe. It doesn't have to fear the Mechanist any longer.
A successful mission, then. Did she reveal her motives and reasoning?
She truly wanted to help people. She didn't know what the robo-brains were doing. To her, a life saved was a life saved.
A biological wild card. The unknowns are vast. She had to know the risk she was taking by creating them. Many good people endured suffering and death because of the Mechanist. It's a shame a mind as brilliant as hers allowed such atrocities to be committed.
She's good at heart. She made a mistake. A big one. And she'll live with that guilt.
I believe I have a certain understanding when it comes to guilt. While it's not the justice I had hoped for, it will suffice. Still, I now know that the death of my friends has brought about a safer Commonwealth. Had the Mechanist's robots remained unchecked, I'm certain that damage would have been extensive, halting, if not reversing, any progress that has been made here. With this knowledge, I am finally registering feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment. And I have you to thank for it.
Hey there.
Robco Sales and Service seems the perfect innocuous place for a military installation.
Yeah.
I I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work here, aren't I? To make it a viable settlement. But that will be for another time. All we really need to do right now is get us a robo-brain to act as our go-between. So we're making a new Automatron. I'm going to rename it to, where are you? That was weird. I would prefer the Automotron head myself. Another EXP loop. What is the smallest torso I can do? iBot Core, we'll give that a shot. Yeah, pacifist, because it's just a, what do I want to do? Yeah, classical radio. I gotta. I really do. Can't really do sentry. Let's just do no left arm. No right arm. go with that one. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, sure. Let's go with this nanny. Sure, why not? Let's see if we can find silver. Go with mechanist detail. White, I guess. What can we do? Yeah, sure. You are now going to supply line to... Ooh, I don't know. Sure, Hangman's Alley. that XP. 49 levels. Okay. Might as well, right? Okay. Screw it. We already maxed out medic. Maxed out that. Screw it, we'll max out hacker. Science is maxed out. Chemist is maxed out. Just worked my way through maxing out everything. I guess that works. Alright. XP loop, though.
Hey there.
The final confrontation awaits. I only hope we both live to see it.
I guess we'll have to
We've
see.
had the final confrontation, Ada. What are we missing? So yeah, what do we want to do next? I think the only thing worth noting is we have those couple items to pick up. And then next time will be Nuka World. Assuming we don't do another episode looking at the Vault 88 base. But yeah, Automotron's done. Still going. That is a lot of XP that we got from the loop, isn't it? It is still going. Oh my goodness. It is still going. There's a sentinel. He's woken up.
Hey,
Another glorious
It's
day
still
in the
going.
U.S. Army.
if that's what you think.
It is still going. My goodness. Let's see if we can't complete those 2 quests we were talking about. As our little final tip-off of this session. This way.
Ada.
Be careful, man. Raiders tend to plant mines near their encampments.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
And we still gotta pick up. We've now gotta trade Ada for Strong or Kate at some point. Probably do Strong. Take him through Nuka World a bit. It's still going up. Oh my.
If you find any spare parts, you be sure to let me know.
Sure.
Damn it, retreat! Retreat!
I missed you, Sentinel. You really did. My goodness, it is still going. I ask because Ellie is also here, isn't she? But where are you, Ivy?
Please, let me go! Don't shoot me.
Got it. Nice. Your thoughts?
I could just leave.
You have an awfully high opinion of yourself.
If I leave and come right back in, what happens, I wonder?
Hello.
So, apparently she's not gonna... There are some bounty hunters who just, well, they killed her for us. Bounty, wanted in Bacon Hill. Bounty, wanted in Bacon Hill. Bounty, wanted in Bacon Hill.
Suits me fine.
My weapon away so I can actually see it. What do we got here? Named Jane Austen has been terrorizing the area near Frost Bar. She should be considered armed and extremely dangerous. Keep what you kill, no other reward given. Really? They got a bounty out on my head now. You left me a note, did you? I knew she had to run. She had to get far away from the Commonwealth, the place where she could start over. She didn't mean to kill him. What happened was an accident. He told her he'd done this before, that he had experienced the chems. It didn't dawn her until later he was just trying to impress her. The problem was she hadn't heard from Zane in weeks. They had met only a month earlier at a bar in Good Neighbor. He said he was a smuggler. When he told her story, he sympathized with her. He even promised to help her get to Far Harbor for a price. The thing about her scared her, but she was desperate to leave and didn't know any other way, so she decided to believe him. The plan was to meet here at the Frost Bar. Perhaps she just stayed in place. Zane would come for her. It was too dangerous outside, and there was enough rations at the bar. Told her for another week. Just had to be patient. Someone would come, and someone did. But when the hunter came to find a killer, something told her to stay her hand. Could have been pity for the young woman, or perhaps it was desire to circumvent fate. Whatever the reason, Jane Austen chose to do what few before her dared to do. She rejected the story that was written in the mirror, took her fate into her own hands. When the other hunters came, Jane Austen fought them off. In that moment, Ivy saw her chance to escape. She knew of another exit, one where she wouldn't be followed. Part of her wanted to say thank you to the stranger for sparing her life, but she couldn't risk dying along with her. In the end, she left behind the pages of her mirror. Maybe that would be thanks enough. And that, my friends, leaves only one more page of the paper mirror. If I go over to the journals, yep, failed. Kill Ivy. Find Connor on the rooftop near Green Check Genetics. Find the anti-material rifle. And that is our next goal, which is... here. And thus the paper mirror will finally be completed. Which way do I need to turn? Now, this way. do a full save.
Attack!
Suits me fine.
Shit's got an ambush all over it.
Yeah, that's where we've got to go. So we'll go up here.
Excellent.
I must have a concussion from the sleep.
I see ya. Connor. No, Connor, you don't get in that chance.
This is all just another day for me. We'll all be better off without you around. Bingo.
And
Get it?
Connor's story. There we go, Connor's story. Connor ripped the phrases from the book one night when Zane was sleeping. He knew the boss hadn't gotten to that part yet, or else Connor would be dead. Truth was, he'd been thinking of killing Zane for weeks now. He was talking nonsense about retiring, going to Far Harbor with some girl he met at a bar. Connor knew Zane was full of shit, but he also knew he was getting soft. That's why he built a little hideout near Green Tech Genetics in the tall building by the river. When the time was right, he set up the base there and started his own crew with Zane's money and his gun. And what a gun it was. It was called an anti-material rifle, and innate through power armor like a hot knife through butter. They'd had no use for it. The only reason he had it was because of that book. It was only right for Connor to use the same book to relieve him of the burden.
This can be.
And that is the anti-material rifle quest complete, along with the paper mirror. And all of the paper mirror's weirdness. Now, Trinity Tower. There it is, Trinity Tower. We will not do that tonight. And honestly, I probably won't do it on camera. Or I might do it on camera. I might do it in a separate episode. See, the thing is, we need to switch our companion up. And we have two options. We have Kate, and we have Strong. Both of them require a bit of quest work, don't they? And let's be honest, we've been doing this for a while. Let's get over to Trinity Tower. We'll make Trinity Tower its own thing. And, yeah, I guess we'll be on to head back to, Nuka World after that, because we've completed Automatron. We can't start Far Harbor until we've, until we've completed Nuka World because of the, limitations we've set onto Preston. So, yeah. suppose while we're in the area I could drop this stuff off at Hangman's Alley. We're literally going to be passing it. I guess Hangman's Alley is like right over there. Actually, are we? No, Trinity Tower is significantly closer than Hangman's Alley.
I really don't care.
Trinity Tower radio signal?
That sound! What's it?
I really don't care.
I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower.
Find anything useful?
Possibly.
This to repeat. Oh shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming. Help or Mayday or whatever it is one says on a radio.
Alright, we'll save here. You know what we might do? We might do Combat Zone and Trinity Tower in one episode. And just get those guys on task, and then we can just switch them as we need to. Anyway, talk to you guys all in the future.